Good to have a good constructive debate.
I wasn't. Don't use that.
I wasn't. Don't use that. I wasn't. Don't use that.
Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson, World Alternative Media here, and before we get to the video we are about to show you, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what happened. So, Dan Dix of Press for Truth and I hit the streets of Vancouver, British Columbia to challenge people on the issue of gun rights versus gun control. And one of the people who agreed to talk with us was some young SJW and his girlfriend, and he instantly regretted it as we went into the issues. And he ended up throwing a huge temper tantrum after we shut off the cameras, telling us that we can't post it because we basically made mincemeat of him. But all the same, because he was such a douche about it, I've decided to show the whole video because I personally think it's comedy gold. Check it out. All right, so with the Second Amendment in the United States there to protect people's right to bear arms in case the government becomes totalitarian or, you know, there's bad guys, right? Would you agree with Canada having similar abilities to bear arms if we wish?
Never.
Why is that?
Because there is a bad person in the Oval Office right now and nobody's shot him. Nobody's done anything that they so claim with the Second Amendment to, we are going to protect ourselves, and if the government go crappy, we're going to do something. And nobody's done anything, really, that's constructive towards getting Trump out of office. So. Okay,
so with that said, would you agree that there should be strict gun control in the United States under Trump?
Any gun control? Yeah, the whole bump stock problem, get rid of those. Preferably assault rifles, you know, human-killing guns specifically.
Okay, I think it's just important to mention this right now. So it would be Donald Trump that basically would be in charge when we'd be giving up, they would be giving up their guns to the government. Wouldn't that be kind of like, if you think Donald Trump's bad, wouldn't it be bad to be giving up your guns to him?
Nobody's doing anything with the guns that they have right now. So why keep the guns if you're not going to be doing anything with them?
Okay, what if I told you that...
what was it, the fable of the old miser who left his gold under the tree and then he died and did nothing with it? You're gonna die with a full magazine and it's useless.
Okay,
if
well...
it's not being shot, it's useless and there's no point in having it. That is plain and simple.
Yeah. We're certainly not here to defend Trump, but with that said, statistically, I wanted to let you know, statistically, places with more guns in the United States have less crime. That's FBI, NSC, stats going back for the last 40 years. So technically places where people have concealed carry or open carry have far less crimes. But then you go to England or Chicago where there's gun control and crime is rampant.
Well, then you have to look at other extenuating circumstances towards how you can prevent crime besides letting people shoot each other.
And how would that be?
Laws, referenda. I mean, I'm not a politician, I really wouldn't know. But I mean, I don't want people being able to randomly and wantonly shoot each other at any given point.
Isn't it a lot like prohibiting pot, for example, cannabis? You prohibit cannabis and the black market takes over, gangs take over. Wouldn't it be the same with guns?
Pot doesn't kill people.
Well, no, neither do guns.
No, but people with guns kill people.
Yeah, and people with guns save other people who have against people who have guns.
Did they in the last recent gun events?
Well, almost all mass shootings in the United States are in gun-free zones.
So, why? So you have to look at how the person with the gun got the gun, the crazy person who did the shooting. You know, I really don't know how. I'm not a politician, I'm not a lobbyist, but, you know, I really just want less guns. If those people didn't have guns and everybody didn't have guns, I mean, there is crime in places without guns, but it's not as, there's not, tons of people dead on the ground because somebody decided to let out a clip on them.
Well, except for Chicago, which has had something like 30 Las Vegas shootings just this year. And just pointing out, almost all mass shooting situations, the mass shooter, the psychopath that goes and shoots a bunch of people, actively scouts out areas where there are less guns so he can go on a longer rampage.
And if there was laws to keep if there were laws to keep guns out of the hands of bad people in general, then that person probably wouldn't have a gun if you made it less easy, and if you did psychological screenings, say, on people like that, Sure, if you psychologically screened a few of the people that's done some of the mass shootings in the past, decade, they wouldn't have passed.
So are you for or against, though, gun control? Do you think that the guns should be seized in the United States?
Seized certain kinds, yes.
Like what kinds?
Assault rifles, guns with like a high caliber and a heavy fire rate, high stopping power, stuff that's not meant for like hunting or self-defense.
Well, almost all shootings are done with handguns, not assault rifles. A very small percentage are actually done with the assault
Don't
rifle.
want assault rifles around. Just cover that base regardless, you know. And yeah, I don't know, handguns. I mean, if you want to get rid of those too, sure.
But of course, it would be Trump that would be doing it.
Sure, if it has to be Trump, if it has to be anybody.
Well, I mean,
Nobody's doing anything about Trump in terms of violent or even much resistance at all, really. Much concerted resistance doesn't seem to be.
well, Hitler took the guns, Stalin took the guns, Mao took the guns. All these dictators over time took the guns before seizing absolute power over the people and absolute authoritarianism. So if Trump took the guns, then wouldn't that just leave him open to be able to completely take over?
I mean, if he's smart enough. You know, all those other rulers had a certain amount of brains. They had enough brain cells to rub together and start some kind of plan. So I'm not as afraid of Trump as I would be of Adolf Hitler or Mao Zedong, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, Hitler spoke before he was in office about killing the Jews. Mao Zedong killed 50 million people, so...
I'm less afraid of Trump. Sorry, I'm less afraid of Trump than I am of Mao Zedong.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that with you.
I said that wrong. I'm less afraid of Donald Trump than I am of Adolf Hitler or Mao Zedong.
Okay.
Both of, you know, they both were a hell of a lot smarter than he was, apparently. So...
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good to have a good constructive debate.
I wasn't. Don't use that.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon. We can't do it without you. Any donation is very much appreciated, especially as we are so vastly demonetized by the Anti-Defamation League on YouTube as they flag all of our content as hate speech. You can also find our Bitcoin address in the description and the comments, as well as on the screen for you to scan if you please. You can also find me at Josh Sigurdson at steemit.com. That's steemit.com, the future of social media, as the dinosaur social media digs its own grave. You get paid in cryptocurrency, Steem that is, on steemit.com via the upvote of your posts, so I hope to see you there. But until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.